Republican was arrested for saving a burning flag during an Antifa gathering. Trump has brokered a deal with Hamas regarding the hostages. And P. Diddy has been sentenced to 4 years in prison. We have all those stories and so much more. This is your daily injection of political crack. Let's go. Starting with this guy, Nick Sortor.
We got a Trump supporter. We got a Trump supporter right here.
Oh.
Saving the flag.
He's putting it on the ground and he's making it worse.
The mocking is so cringe, dude.
Now he's standing on it. You're not supposed to stand on it. Oh, now I think he's saving it.
And now you look like an idiot on fucking social media for, I don't know. She's so annoying. I can't stand it. That's the cringiest gloating ever. Anyways, yeah, the dude was arrested for this. Look at that. He got arrested for taking the flag and putting it out. What the fuck? You gotta be kidding me. You all probably know this guy. I've seen him on Twitter. Here he is at this protest, putting out a flag, now getting arrested for it. Pam Bondi is talking about it. She ordered a full investigation into this situation. It's pretty wild.
Just last night, we saw an extremely troubling incident where conservative journalist Nick Sortor was captured on video being taken into custody by the Portland police after he was ambushed by Antifa and was defending himself from these assaults. But instead of arresting these violent mob members night after night after night who are ravaging this community, the police arrested a journalist who was there trying to document the chaos, and everyone in this room should be extremely concerned about that.
So the law is, you know, it's freedom of speech. They can burn the flag. He took their shit away from them. The cops arrested him. I think it's bullshit, to be honest. They should have just left it. Now, the Justice Department and the Trump administration is going to take advantage of the situation, put more feds in Portland so they can get more control, and it helps them control the narrative more too. And they're going to save some money. If I was Trump, I would do the same thing. Watch this. He's got his frog suit on to protect him from getting pepper sprayed, but the cops ain't playing that game. They're like, fine, you want to try and block our pepper spray? We'll still spray you. And they spray the hole. This is going super viral all over the internet. You've probably already seen this by now. It's pretty interesting. He's called the anti-fascist frog. So whatever. As you can see here, he's been here all week in his little frog suit. Oh, there's the cops. You know, they're arresting the people. There we go. They're going to jail. Don't arrest the guy with the freedom shirt. Yeah, he's good. He's good to go. Don't arrest him. Just the other guys. Here's another person who found out very quick. This is all last night.
You body check it because what? His megaphone?
Who is talking to you? No. Hey, this is the line that they created.
So this cop is being investigated for this. They're going to find out if this was legal. Here's my stance on it, right? If she wasn't doing anything wrong, she didn't deserve it. If they were telling her to leave and she didn't, then she does deserve it. And finally, some more ICE news. The ICE Block app on the App Store has been officially removed by Apple, probably from pressure from the Trump admin. But I agree with this. This isn't something that should be allowed. Like saying, hey guys, here's where all the cops are. Avoid the police if you're doing illegal things. I don't think that should be allowed personally. And other news, Hamas agrees to release all the Israeli hostages. They accept a new government in Gaza created only by Palestinians, and they are ready to hand over their weapons to that Palestinian government. This is after Trump put out this threat earlier today. Hamas has been a ruthless and violent threat for many years in the Middle East. They have killed and made lives unbearably miserable, culminating with the October 7th massacre in Israel. Babies, women, children, old people, and many young men and women, boys and girls getting ready to celebrate their future lives together. As retribution for October 7th attack on civilization, more than 25,000 Hamas soldiers have already been killed. Most of the rest are surrounded and militarily trapped, just waiting for me to give the word go for their lives to be quickly extinguished. Fortunately for Hamas, however, they will be given one last chance. An agreement must be reached with Hamas by Sunday evening at 6 p.m. And literally just a few hours later, apparently a deal has been made. President Trump demands Israel stop the bombing of Gaza so they can get hostages out, following a Hamas agreement. Based on the statement just issued by Hamas, I believe they are ready for a lasting peace. Israel must immediately stop the bombing of Gaza so that we can get the hostages out safely and quickly. Right now, it's far too dangerous to do that. We are already in discussion on details to be worked out. This is not about Gaza alone. This is about long-sought peace in the Middle East. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens. I feel like everything's just gonna fall apart. It usually does. It seems to do that a lot. I am hoping that Trump can have a big W here and we can have peace in the Middle East, at least some like basic level of it, you know, we can have an improvement of where things have been. I think it'd be great. And now we have to talk about P. Diddy. He's been sentenced to roughly 4 years in prison, 50 months. A lot of people are saying that's not enough. Combs was found guilty of 2 counts of transporting individuals for prostitution. A substantial sentence must be given to send a message to abusers and victims alike that abuse against women is met with real accountability. Yeah, but some people say it's not enough, you know? Like, what do you guys think? Is 4 years enough for P. Diddy? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat if you're here live. Diddy issues an apology to Cassie, Jane Doe, and victims of domestic violence during his sentencing. I would like to apologize to Cassie Ventura and her family. I apologize to Jane for bringing you into my mess. I would like to apologize to all the victims of domestic violence. I know that the disgusting video triggered people. I was sick from the drugs. I needed help, but I didn't get the help. I knew better. You know, he's crying. Diddy is being ripped apart by the judge currently during the sentencing hearing. A history of good works can't wash away the record in this case. You abuse these women. You use that abuse to get your way. Freak-offs and hotel nights. The evidence of the abuse is massive. I was sitting right here during the testimony. And here's a courtroom sketch of Diddy falling over on his knees and crying into the chair he'd been farting in all day. Courtroom sketch shows moment Diddy fell to his knees after hearing the guilty verdict. Okay, anyways, locked up, throw away the key. It is now time for daily crash outs. This is a recurring theme as long as we have them.
Declare war on your own citizens. That's fine. We've never lost. The American people have never lost a war on their own soil. Like, you think you're the exception? You think you're gonna beat us?
Bro, that is so cringe. We don't claim her. She's Canadian. Just send her to Canada. And then we have another.
So here we are.
Look at those eyes. It is always the eyes. Look at the eyes. You could tell. It's always, like, bro, look at that. That is manic eyes.
So here we are, October 2nd, and I don't see any more posts about Charlie Kirk and getting their tea. Did you guys already forget about Charlie? I thought you guys were standing up for him, and everything was so wrong with everyone.
Archie!
Yeah?
Do you have any more crash outs? This is it.
No, I didn't find any.
What the fuck? In government shutdown news, or some people like to call it the Schumer shutdown. I actually kind of like that. Schumer's annoying, and I don't like him. Let's blame Schumer for this whole thing. Shutdown Schumer has done this to LaGuardia Airport in New York City. TSA are considered essential workers, but their pay may be delayed. Democrats have created this mess. Yeah, so a bunch of TSA agents can't work and there's lines at the airport. These people all made their flight, though. Anyways, back to memes about the government shutdown, because it really doesn't matter that much. Here we go. Yeah. More sombrero memes. What else we got? Donald Trump retweeted this. This guy does a pretty decent Donald Trump impression.
Hola, mi fellow Americanos y bienvenidos al cierre de Schumer. That means welcome to the Schumer shutdown. We call it the Schumer siesta, right? It's the Schumer siesta. He put the government on siesta, crying Chuck.
Here we go. Remember when Biden put on the MAGA hat? That was the dumbest thing he's ever done. Actually, I love it. There you go. Now he has a sombrero on. Yeah. We have a brief update on the synagogue killer in the UK yesterday. This guy had been has multiple arrests and was out on bail after R-wording someone. He R-worded someone and they let him out. Make that make sense. And other disgusting news, another person has been released from prison. This guy stabbed to death a 10-year-old boy, served 10 years and is now being released. Here's his father saying if he sees this guy, he's gonna kill him.
I held him so deep in my arms, and finally he took his last breath, looked at me and closed his eyes, and he was gone.
Ronald Exantis traveled from Indianapolis to Versailles, walked into the Tipton's home and attacked the family in their sleep. Logan was killed and his father and 2 sisters were injured.
He snaps, and he just stands up with me sitting on top of him, and he throws me across the room. 10, 15 feet, he throws me across the room and goes after her.
3 years later, in 2018, Exantis was found not guilty of murder by reason of insanity.
What the fuck, dude? Yeah, wood chipper, right in the wood chipper. If he's fucking crazy, put him in an asylum. Don't put him back out. I need some violence to match that level of violence to make me feel better. Here is Trump blowing up another drug boat. Here it is, it's going. They got some cartels in there, full of drugs, doing his thing. Bye-bye. Kaboom. Nope. the emptiness is still there. It doesn't feel, I don't feel better still. Earlier this morning on President Trump's orders, I directed a lethal kinetic strike on a narco trafficking vessel affiliated with designated terrorist organizations. 4 male narco terrorists on board the vessel were killed in the strike and no U.S. forces were harmed in the operation. Hell yeah. The military is making its way into Chicago now. This looks like, Archie called this a tank. He's British. He thinks that's a tank. So funny. It's tanky. You know, but it's not a tank. Looks badass. I wouldn't fuck with these guys. Shame. The CBP commander Greg Bovino yelling at left-wing militants. It's funny how they frame it. Left-wing militants. Bro, they're far from militants, okay? I was in the military. Those guys, they stand a fucking chance against any of these guys, okay? They're not militants. They're just fucking annoying.
He's doing his fucking video. You're doing your fucking video.
Move down the block. Right. This is the zone.
Don't look like military to me. He gave them a chance, bro. He said move. They didn't listen. He's like, all right, fucking take him down then. There's this new story of an employee at a Build-A-Bear workshop in Washington refused to write Charlie Kirk's name on a Bear's birth certificate for a customer. That's wild. Just write the fucking name, dude. People are stupid.
It was supposed to be fun.
Me and my friends decided we want to go to Build-A-Bear because we had to go up to Seattle anyways.
But these teens told me Friday's trip to South Center Mall turned political.
It definitely made us all very uncomfortable.
16-year-old Evie McCormick.
Okay, well, they made it political by wanting to put the name on there.
As all she wanted was to honor the man who inspired her for years
Understandable.
on social media, Charlie Kirk.
That turned my life around in more ways than I can express. And his name is Charlie Kirk.
But that name didn't make it past the Build-A-Bear manager. Evie says when she finished the special keepsake, the store employee shocked her by refusing to allow the bear to be named after Charlie Kirk.
Just put the name on the fucking bear. Holy shit, dude. We got some Tim Weiner news. He says that he feels like he let Kamala Harris down in the 2024 election because he's just too nice of a guy. No, dude. To this day, you look like someone that gets bullied. You don't got the look and you're weird. And I don't know. I want to lock him up in a wall locker right now.
As far as the book and things like that go, I think she has every right to be critical. I do think I let her down on a couple things. And I warned him, my minister.
Yeah, by accepting the nominee, bro. If they got somebody better, they would have had a better shot. You do not emanate strength and confidence, okay? FBI Director Kash Patel says social media is out of control, insists the U.S. government must step in to address what he calls clickbait. Okay, hold up. I got to hear it for myself.
Social media is wildly out of control. And
okay.
There's too much clickbait in this country. And one of the things I highlighted at Congress in my testimony last week was if we want to protect our youth, we got to get more involved in social media and online platforms because that's where the folks, the assassins of this world, get radicalized. That's where they're the lone wolf actors in general. And so we have to get after that problem set. And I asked for Congress to help in doing so.
What does he mean with the clickbait? Because anything they deem as clickbait, right, it's kind of wrong, like no wrong speak allowed. I think people should have the freedom to lie, and we have the freedom to say, go fuck yourself, you liar. So this is a slippery slope. I understand his concern because there is a lot of bullshit out there, but I don't think you can ever get rid of bullshit without getting rid of too much freedom too. And to end today's YouTube video, SpongeBob, he on the run.
Back there. Put it in park now.
I'm sorry, officer. I just...
Don't move. Door's locked. Unlock it right now.
I can't get a ticket.
Hey, stop the car.
That looks so real. That's crazy, dude. Anyways, I gotta go. See you guys.